Hello boys and girls, welcome to another session of crafting an Autoclicker. This time I'm not streaming from my cellar, my workbench. I'm streaming from my desk because I need to think of the model of what do we want to save. And I see I did not even send my save my changes, did I? Goodness. Yeah, it's got the right title and everything, so fine. Yeah, we have seen in the workshop this board, and now I have to figure out what to build on it. So that's something I should model here. So the board is 423.5. How do we make an object here? Rectangle, maybe? No, I don't want this sort of rectangle. I want this sort of rectangle. That's better. Now there should be a way to put in measurements, right? Somehow. I know this from SketchUp, that it is possible to say how long I want this side. Yeah, if you can give me a CAD license for free. I'll learn AutoCAD. Normally you should be able to type the measurements here. How do you even... Okay. So maybe I should have done that before I got the rectangle. Maybe if I had... Need to figure out how do you move. How do you pan? This is panning, but this is walking. I need just to move it. Look around. This is just staying in position and rotating view, zoom extents. And basically no, not. This is what I want, the hand tool. There certainly is a shortcut for the hand tool, but oh, it's H. Okay. Good. Then let's suppose we Red Sox says you're making a mechanical autoclicker. If it had been on the PC, it would have been possible to emulate the mouse and click. Yeah, mobile devices require mechanical things. It's not possible to emulate touches without root access and some serious coding. So, and this is exactly what I didn't want. Yes, so you click, and here you have your dimensions. So, I guess I just start typing, right? So I start typing 423 and half, 420. 422 and half. So 422 and half times, guess it will work. I hope it will work. 24. Okay, so this is what we have. Well, I guess that's it. So now we pull, right? We can pull, yeah, that's it. But instead of pulling, we say it's pulled by how much? Yeah, 28 by 28. Hello. Hello, pull. Can't you pull it? Okay, so this is 28, right? So if I check this, it should show 28 millimeters. Okay, that's fine. Hello, Bender. Okay, so we have the ground plate. I then will need and what if I mark something like another rectangle on this face, and now I say I want to pull it. I want to pull it 5 millimeters. Pull it -5. Okay, that isn't what we wanted, right? Okay, so how deep do I want to pull this? Is it? It's more like, yeah. Is this even one? Damn, this is so. Yeah, one. It's like -10. However, I need this knot. Yeah, how do I make a... 'Point arc, tape measure, dimensions, protractor. What is a protractor? Oh, this one. How do I make a... yeah, I guess this free version doesn't have it. Okay, we'll have to do it differently. Oops. Oh, where is redo? That's a redo. So instead of 28, we will want only 18. Okay, then I will want another rectangle, which is 1 by... did we say it's 1? Yeah, 1 by... 3 by... so 3 by basically 30... 302. 3 by 302. Okay, so 30 by 302. Three hundred two 30. Okay, which means this thing is, this measures way much more than... why does it measure 688? I never made it 688. Yeah, whatever. Okay, then I need another rectangle. another such thing. Copy and paste. Have it here. But this is also not true. Damn it! Did nothing work from what I did here with the measurements? That's crazy. Oh, it's faster to start over, I guess. So I put these values manually, and then after I put on the second part, I realized that the first part is completely off from what I said it should be. Damn you, SketchUp. 422.5 by 24. .5 by 240. And see here, this is not. Edit info. It's 3 meters 10. And this is 422. So can somebody explain? So 24 is about here, and then we have 422. Okay, this looks better. And we pull it, what did they say, 18? How do we move this thing? I want to move it to this place. So can we move it to the origin here? Why is it? Maybe it would be better to start in the origin in the first place, because as I see it, okay, so we start in the origin and make a 422 by 240. That's it. And 18 up. That's my board. Now on this board I have some hello Ichi. The 303 times 30 . 303 times 30 . Okay, then we have 300 and, well, yeah, so let's call it 300 and, yeah, but this is clearly 303 and this is 302. Yeah, whatever, I'll make it 302 and 30. It is that imprecise. Okay, and in between I have a 3. I have a 3 thing, or a 30 thing. Okay. And in here I also have a 30 thing. But it is only 16 long, 160 long. 160. Hello, 160. That's it. The rest is for the USB cable. Okay, then we can save this. Save this. SketchUp untitled. I want to. Ooh. Untitled. It will be called Autoclicker. Good. Then would be cool to delete this edge, delete this edge, and I don't know, I'm not sure whether I should really shorten this by something. Can you move this edge? How can I make this shorter? Yeah, I know how I could. Of course, I can make it like 1 millimeter shorter. Hello. And if I delete this thing, okay. So, and this should be raised by, and actually it's not like this. We have a small cutaway here over 1 millimeter. $35. It's about 2 centimeters here. Which is about and then okay, so that's the first cutaway. If I delete this, I could delete these two and this and this. It's the cutaway for volume, and this is the from 1.5 to from 14 to 19. From 14 to 19. And about 5 millimeters. That's fine, and again about 1 millimeter. Good. And then let's have a line. No, not line. This thing should be deleted. Deleted. Okay, so this is my current thing, what I have. Only thing it is missing is the 1 centimeter pull. Yep. Then we pull this by 10 millimeters. Okay, so this is, yeah, this looks pretty much like what I have. We'll save this. Ooh. Very nice. So this is what I've made so far. From wood. Yeah, now about the now how to build a robot on this. I almost had it thought out. So today it's chocolate syrup with vodka and some water. Right, I have everything I need here. I have the touchscreen pen. Let's plant my tablet there. I'll be right back. So when the tablet is there, it is about 2 millimeters. It's about 2 millimeters in, right? Yeah. Yep, it's 2 millimeters in, so it's about 8 millimeters in thickness. So we can construct a line here. Line from this point to this point, and we can pull this by 8 millimeters. So that's where my tablet is. Can we color this somehow? Yeah, what liquor? This chocolate syrup, Monin syrup, drank in the evening. So that's the tablet, right? Yes, and now what? Save. Now I have a touchscreen pen here, which I will simplify to the shape of a column or pillar. I should have really brought my calipers. Yeah, I think I'll bring my calipers from the cellar. Be right back. So there we are. Calipers. Yeah, so this is a diameter of 9.3. Yeah, more like, yeah, I'm not sure whether I can go as precise as decimal millimeters here. What's the smallest I can go? I don't think I can go sub-millimeter here. What if I make a circle? And I say I want a circle of radius. Yeah, it's only a millimeter precision. Damn. So should I make everything 10 times larger? Because I can't. Yeah, I could. Maybe I should make everything 10 times larger. We could scale it up, of course. Or do you know that? Well, I'm using this digital. I think it's called calipers, isn't it? Where you measure things here. What is it? Or what do you call this thing? Caliper. It says here, electronic digital caliper. Maybe it's singular, caliper, not calipers, as I called it. In German, I honestly don't know what's this called. Oh yes, I think I know. It's called Schublehre, isn't it? I think it's called that. Yeah, Schieblehre. Schublehre. In Czech, it's Schublehre. It's a loan word from German, but Wikipedia says otherwise. Yeah, whatever, caliper. So yes, we will scale this up. If I can't go sub-millimeter, then I'll scale this up 10 times, and hopefully there's some scaling here. Move, scale, and we will uniform scale, and we will say 10. That's it. Yeah, okay, so now we know 1 millimeter is actually 1/10 of a millimeter. And now we can make save this again. 9.3 9.3 circle diameter. So let's suppose I want one such. So I want 9.3. If I want 9.3, I have to go 93 here, right? Yeah, I think I will need to go 93. That would be the diameter of one. What? Something wrong. My scale was wrong. Was my scale wrong? 10 times? Shouldn't I have gone 10 times? How long is this thing now? 422.0. That's exactly 10 times longer. So you tell me, if I make, instead of 9.3 millimeters, I go 93 millimeters. What the hell are you telling me here? Oh, I see. So I need to scale 100 times, because I see, I still need to scale 10 times, because I can now choose only between 9. No, it's stupid. I mean, this is 10 millimeters. This is not 10 millimeters. It's not 1 millimeter either. So what the hell is going on here? Seriously? .3 millimeters. .3 times 42 millimeters. So I want to go 930. Oh, 93. This is bullshit. Times 420. Oh, that's radius. I get it. You scum. You said diameter, but it's a radius. You said radius, and it's radius. So 9.3. Yeah, wonderful. 9.3. Still can't make 9.3. Is it 9.2 or is it 9.4? You decide. .4 it is. So now 9.4 divided by 2. Can't do that by heart. 47. All right then. 47 it is. This looks much more like it. And what did we say? 42 long. Yeah, pretty much 42 long. 42, 424. Okay. 424. 424. Okay, so this is about the size of one such touchscreen pen. I don't know whether I should model this half spherical tip here. Could I model a half sphere? What would it take to model a half sphere? If I make a 47 thing again, how do I model two-point arc? What if I want this arc to be upright rather than this? Like an upright arc. Ah, here. I see. Okay, this looks better. This is like 47. Now how do I fill it actually? How do I say its opposite? Yeah, how do I make it a sphere here? Doesn't it have a sphere thing? Don't think it has a sphere. Okay, if it doesn't have a sphere, it doesn't. I don't care. Maybe we just wanted to make it neat. We can hopefully move it, right? Can I move this thing? Can I move this? Can move this. Oh, that was copy. Okay. It doesn't have a thing, right? It doesn't have a surface here. No, it doesn't. Can I rotate this? You serious? What if I want to rotate this? This is so boring. I need to rotate this in a different direction. How do I tell it that I want to rotate it in a different direction? In a different axis. How the hell I tell it? There is certainly a super easy way to tell. I just don't know it. On face, help. No thanks. Okay. This is interesting. It's exactly what I didn't want. I don't know, is it so damn hard to draw a circle here on top? I don't want it on face, I want it kind of in the center, on edge, in the center of nowhere. Why does it draw vertical circles? Why does it? Dan says, I can teach you 3D if you can teach me C#. Yeah, teach me 3D. Oh no, don't teach me 3D. Don't teach me SketchUp. What do I have to press or do that it draws the circle in another plane? I don't think it's possible in this free version. Maybe I should draw a circle here. It would be easier to draw the circle here and transfer it to... I have a circle now, and now I move it. I select it and I move it. Wow. You want to tell me that this diameter is still 47, right? Radius is 47 and radius of this is 47. These things have the same radius. Oh yes, they do. And now if I move this, I move it here, okay. And if I want to move it up, move it up. Okay. How do you even do it? How the hell do you designate in which direction you want to move this damn thing? I think blue line means vertical. Okay, now I want to have it, move it along the red line. And now I want to move it along the green line. Yeah, something like this. And how do I put it on top of this thing? Actually, you know what would be better? I could save me all this trouble if I just say pull this up again, and I want this to be 424, and that's it. I have a cylinder. I have a full cylinder. Okay, that's what I wanted all the time. Right. So, suppose this is our pen. No, not suppose yet. Wow, what do you do? We should group this. I want a group. How do you group this? Components. No, I don't want components. I just want to make it a group. Make a group. Can I call it somehow? Where do I have my group menu? There is no group menu. I can't call this thing. Anyway, we can move it. So I would like some sort of a holding device which would hold this pen in place, and where I would be able to move it and fine adjust the position I want to tap it with. So I was thinking maybe I'll just drill drill a hole through here. And then I would have probably something made of wood. This is metal, but I want it from wood, and I would just put it here through the hole so that it would be held by it. Maybe it would stick outside a little bit, and then I would fix it with some hot glue or some other glue so that it would be held on a stick. And actually I would like it to be right. Yeah, let's try this then. Let's say I have a hole in it. My bucket's got a hole in it. Pretty much, very much on this face. The hole will be, let's say, 1 millimeter radius. Or which would make it I'll make it 10. Okay, so now I push. And I could Can't you display a wire model of this? Because I would like to. Cannot push pull smooth surfaces, I see. Yeah, pity. But why is it like this? Why is this thing not somehow perpendicular to the general direction? Well, if it's not, then it's not. I guess we will have rectangle somewhere here, but yeah, how do you even do this? I guess you have to start with a line then. You should try vodka with birch sap. It's really smooth and good with pickles. Okay. Mr. Pickles. Radius will be just 10. And now we can pull this. Okay. That's it. Okay. Pull this a little more. And now to place our object onto it. Yeah, like this. Something like this. I imagine something like this. This is good. Can we make it aligned with the center of that thing? Looks like we can't, can we? Yeah, whatever. This seems close enough. Close enough. Except that this wall is just a helper wall to help us draw the object. In fact, we should maybe we should draw a surface here, or a circle here. No! Please don't. I don't know, damn. Should I make a rectangle then instead? And if I say a rectangle like this? No. How do I make this covered with a surface? Currently it has no surface. How do I make this hole covered with a surface? I'm so helpless with this thing. I'm creating a big thing, really. What if I say I have a rectangle here? Why does it want to draw a rectangle like this? I never wanted this. Yeah, this is better. A rectangle here. And I want to Pull this. Wow. That's so cruel. That is so cruel. Why can't it cover with a surface just like that? Damn it. Wait a moment. Maybe if I just delete this, delete this, and this, and then I somehow mark this thing, and I say, maybe there's something like generate surface. Convert to polygon? No. Is there something like make surface? No way. Oh, what is this? Outer shell. What is outer shell? What do you mean by outer shell? Not a solid. Solid group. This is not a solid. I see. This is not a solid because it has no bottom. Okay, so let's create something on the bottom. Okay, here we go. That's a solid. And what now? What is this? All this should be selectable. Make group. Okay. I want this one group. And one or more selected object is either not solid or locked. Solid group. Okay, so what? What does this do? Outer shell. It means outer shell. Yeah, it makes outer shell of these objects. I see. That's all it does. That's not exactly helpful. Okay, but what now? If I have this thing, how do I create? Well, I know how I create. The same way I created the other thing. I have this, and now I pull it. It's a terrible way to do it, but currently for me this is the only way. Okay, so that's it. All right. So that would be something holding the touchscreen pen. And I need to figure out a way how I can, or a construction which would allow me to hold these and still have them movable and adjustable if I want them to click on a different a different point. I think I have a solution. I think I might just have the solution for that. Though it's not a nice solution. If I want to adjust them individually. I could actually use the fact that these axles are made of metal and it can be bent plastically. It can be plastically bent. So if I say I'm willing to accept just a small range, right? So, and I would fix it somewhere here. So suppose it's fixed here in my hand, and now by elastically bending the lower end here, I could adjust it by a couple of millimeters. If I have it fixed up here and I bend it here, so I would have a range of, I don't know, plus or minus 1 centimeter where I can adjust this, if this would be really fixed. So what do you say? So far it looks like a small stick spinning in a log to create fire. A la primitive technology. Yeah. Did you see the new video of primitive technology? He's built a new hut. What was it called? A-framed hut. I forgot to pick up my saw. My saw is there. Now I have drunk this. I shouldn't be driving now. Yeah, whatever. The saw I ordered before Christmas was delivered. I can pick it up. Um, well, Fergo has said, I have thought. Have you thought of using many of the 3D hand tools? 3D hand tools meant for soldering. Or third hand tools for soldering. Not for a moment, Fergo. And I think I don't see how I could use them. No, but it's fine. Okay, so let's have this. Let's have this as a group. So if we have something like this hammer here, I don't know how high above the surface it is here. Whoa! That is cruel. Is it because we made this outer shell? Okay. What is a miter saw? It could be what I mean it is. It could be what I think it is. I'm not familiar with the terminology. You know the Indian video about terminology? I have to link it. Is this it? Yes, this is it. I have to link it to you. Terminology. Where's the link? Shareable link. Oh, here. You have to watch it. Every time I hear the word terminology, I must think of this video. it's called. You say so dirty that they don't use toilet. Actually, in India they use toilet. They just use the Indian toilet type, and I've used it myself there. And it's I can tell it's much cleaner than the European one or than the Western one. They're kind of handling toilet hygiene, and wiping yourself is much cleaner than our. That video is awesome, isn't it? In terminology. Do your business is very, very good, very, very bad. In the video, he cleaned his ass only with water and his left hand. Yeah, that's what you do. But the fact that you wipe with the water, it's actually much cleaner afterwards than if you'd wipe it with toilet paper, with dry toilet paper. I mean, wet toilet paper is probably even better, but it's very expensive. That is cleaner than dry toilet paper, yeah. It's much cleaner than dry toilet paper. Yeah, and it's as good as a bidet. Yes, exactly what Ferko says. You can wash your hand afterward. Of course, they wash their hand, and they still even if they have washed their left hand, they don't use their left hand. So you'll notice it is considered very impolite to, if you're giving somebody something and you're giving it with your left hand, you always must give things with your right hand. Or if you touch somebody or greet somebody, you should always use your right hand. And when you eat, they don't use cutlery. They eat with hands. So they only eat with the right hand. They don't use their left hand, because they know that the left hand is dirty because of this very reason. So to even improve the hygiene, everything they manipulate, they manipulate with right hand, with a clean hand. But it's just a cultural thing, you know, because both hand gets dirty. If you do the Indian or Nepalese namaste greeting, then you go namaste or thank you, this. So both hands touch, and then this is the clean hand, this is the dirty hand. So, but it's okay. Yeah, you are left-handed just as me. I'm left-handed too. Okay, so how would I how would I fix this? Let's actually start thinking about the placement right now. If I this, where would I want it? I guess somewhere here. Then it doesn't have to be that far away from the edge. Yeah, so I needed about how far away from the edge? Like 80 centimeters, right? 80 millimeters. The upper, I would like the upper row to be the lower row around 93. Around 93, which means 930. 930. 930. Would be the lower one. But if I make 60, what if I make something like 60? And I would go oh, I can see where this is heading. Oops. Not want, do not want. This is better. But still not good. Not good enough. If I want... Can I connect these surfaces? can't, can I? Yeah, I guess I can't. So how would you... If I'd had a line... Okay, I can get it. Let's make a line then. Make a line here. About 60. In this direction. Okay. What if I'd be about to do this? Oh, this looks okay. Ooh. Now, how do I make it flush with this side? Ah, Just says hello. You made a girl blush so hard today she could not keep her eyes off me, and I'm 67% certain. What? I could get this chick back to my place. Well, good luck. Seems like you did well. Is there any way I could shorten this a little? I could do this. Yeah, this looks good. And I could delete this easily. Okay, now I don't need exactly this whole surface, or this surface, or this surface, or this line, or this line. I would have just a floating surface, which is exactly flush with this, which is exactly what I wanted. It will need to be about, let's say, a centimeter thick. Okay, and then hello, I said. We should move this, select connected faces, that's good. And now we could move it. That's it. Why does it want to move like this? Oh, by pressing the arrow I could determine the direction I want to move it to. This is interesting. So we've learned something. Click, press the arrow. Move it here. Yeah, this looks good. This looks good. And I think I would have another. So if I manage to fix this thing here, I could have a layer of some sort of a semi-plastic thing here, which then could in turn hold this. So if I make it longer, okay. So this would be good. If I'd have a surface on this thing, you know, not a hard surface, but a soft, but not too soft surface, and then I could press something on top of it, so it would be squeezed here, and that would hold it tight. That would hold this stick tight. Yeah, I think we should do that. We could do that. Yes, I think that's possible. That is indeed possible here. So let's move this thing again. Select connected faces, all connected, okay. Let's move it. Select connected. Okay, this is good. So how would I fix this? How would I fix this floating thing? How would I make it? How would I? Fix it? I would have. What construction would you choose to hold this piece connected to the base? Just a stick here, 4 sticks. How are you going to make the plastic stick push down at the surface? Yeah, that's the idea. I didn't tell you is that there would be another axle here. Another axle here. I'll just draw a line where the axle would be. Line would be, well, you know, I'll just draw this thing here, or let me not do that. Let me do it like this. So I'd have a okay, that's enough. So there would be let's say exactly this. So if I'd have I would have an axle. Not how you do a circle. How do you do a circle? Yeah, this is what a circle. How do you do a vertical thing? Anyway, where this line is, this would be another axle. Hello? imagine this line as another axle rotating, and that would have some sort of extension which would tip this point, and it would press it down, and the elastic, there would be a, oh boy, there would be an elastic transformation, you know, this would be elastically deformed because it will be on a metal axle or a metal wire, thick metal wire. So this would elastically deform, and since something would be pressing against this pen would go down by 1 or 2 millimeters, touching the screen. So this would be fixed here by putting something similar like this piece on the top of it. It would be squeezed between these two pieces and it would hold fast. And this axle here would rotate, and it would have some little hands or arms pushing this, touching this end and pushing it down, and so it would deform and go down and touch the screen. So, and that by the same elastic force, it would just go down a couple of millimeters, and it would pass, and then it would go up again. So that's the idea. I hope it will work like this. Do you still have your car and flight sim equipment? Yes, I do, and I don't know what to do with them. I've just sold right today I sold my very first sim racing wheel and the sim racing pedals, those Thrustmaster pedals, but I still have my current ones. And yeah, the flight sim equipment, I still have it, but I don't know, I don't want to use it really anymore. Just want to do other things in life. So Ferko, what do you think about the idea? What do you think about the mechanics? How it will work? Did you understand it? I think it's a viable solution. Just don't know how many deformations this will hold, whether it will not deform plastically after time. I'm not sure whether I should have this from metal or whether I should have it from made of wood. Haven't decided yet. Because you want a force to drag the pen back off the screen. It's not supposed to stay touching the screen. And I figured using servos to move this pen up and down after a day or two of permanent continuous working, these servos would be used up so much that they would be at the end of their lifetime, because servos have a lifetime, and I think this mechanism has a much longer lifetime than a servo. I think basically the best I could do is to say I have here a 30 millimeter. It's not even 30. Oh, I see. So it has to be. Has to be pretty close to the surface. So what do we have a measurement? We do dimensions. So what is this to this? This is 233. You worry about improvements later. What sort of improvements do you have in mind? This will be so ingenious. No, but I see your concern. Yeah, that's what I'm worrying later too. If I would like to move components to other places, how do I do it? Can't find anything good. I mean, it's so what happens now if I move this thing? Select connected faces and I move it. Hello, I want to move it. This. Oh yeah, it moves. Oh, this is good. This is good. This is good. This is good. The measurement moves with it. So good. Most metals will deform, but some only marginally worse beyond a specific point. Yeah, that's why I would probably prefer to use wood. You know, this slightly thicker, made of wood, doesn't have to be round. If I have a cuboid wood piece with, say, 2x2 or 3x3 base and a long stick, then I guess it could be fairly solid. Of course, it wouldn't deform as much over time. Oh, but so probably this wouldn't either. And if it does, then I just help it a little bit. It's not that it will be untouchable once it is running. Yeah, I think the analogy of the old Morse code is very close. I think they had the same mechanism. It was fixed, and you just tapped the thing, and it used the force of this to get up again. Yeah, so how would we best okay, no, wait, this is not how you do it. This is probably how you do it. Okay. Oh, look at this. How could we move this? Okay. This seems okay. You see, if you use the wood, watch out for heat. What? Heat because of bending it a little bit, bending a wooden stick by 1 or 2 millimeters. Heat could be here when some arm touches it and forces it down and slides off it. But seriously, it's not like it will be rotating at 20,000 RPMs. Here we go. So select this, select this, and read. I don't know. Let's say it's 1. Okay, let's do this again here. Bang! This looks good, good. Okay. All right, I think we have, we don't have it. Obviously we need this surface to be pulled out. Why doesn't it want to lock onto this? Oh. There must be something wrong with this. So this is connected, this is connected. Okay, let's heal the surface here. We will this. Heal this, heal this, heal this. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay. Ooh. What is this? What is this? Okay, I guess it's time to delete things. Maybe I can just okay, how do you redo? Redo this. So how would you actually do this? If I say I have a thing going on here, like this is 100. Okay, then I make another thing. Can we have guides? I would have a guideline here. Oh, hello, versatile. There's something like guides. Guess there isn't. All right. So I could now probably select this as a surface and pull it up. Yep. That's practically how I want it. Why doesn't it want to fit with this edge? Why doesn't it lock to it? Oh, it does. Excellent. Yeah, so I think something like this is how I would probably fix it. And if I now delete these things, everything looks just fine. Yep. And as I said, I would have another such wooden piece going on here. To squeeze this stick. Okay, so the stick would be, and of course there would be a surface on either one of these. This surface would be have something semi-soft. There's something semi-soft, like a rubber or some sort of that, and that would squeeze this stick here, so it would be fixed in place. And there would be more such stick and pens sticking out here, right? There would be like 4, maybe 8 pieces. I think this is a good way to do it. Now about the mechanism. Oh damn, tomorrow I have to go to work tomorrow. It's only Monday. Yeah, so I think I'd leave the next part holding the axle on this side till tomorrow. We have done quite a lot today. I think I'll just retreat for today, go to bed, and think about the next possible constructions here. There is an arrangement that's a bit similar to what you're doing. XY plotters, yeah, XY plotters, they are moving only one stick in an X and Y direction. I need to freely move about 10 to 12 such sticks in X and Y directions. Freely. So there's no way to do that. I don't really need to move them freely. I just need them to be fixed and a motor tapping them. And then when I want to readjust or fine adjust or optimize things, I would like to be able to easily move them by a couple of millimeters. And I guess that will be achieved by fixing this. So if I just select, yeah, Lego is not so robust, to be honest. I wouldn't like Lego. I'd like something like Merkur, if you know Merkur. This sort of thing. this would be better, but I don't have that. Well, my father has it, but yeah. That's well, another story. So what I wanted to do still today is move this thing a little bit. Yeah, Meccano type. Yeah, it's like basically a Czech ripoff of the Meccano. That's what it is. I just forgot the name. So, wow. Of course, I would have probably some what is axis? Oh. Okay. What is section plane? Section plane. Isn't this the eye ripped off the old Photoshop icon of the tool zoom or a view or something? Looks almost like this. You're asking whether it can 3D print guns. No, it can't. It's not supposed to. I'm a pacifist. I don't want guns. I want 3D printed peace flags. Yeah, I wanted. I have some screws here. So let's say I want a measurement from here well, let's say like 50. Oh, you can't measure that? Okay, then don't. If you can't, then don't. Actually, ooh, let's have something like this. Maybe 50 by 50. What seems to be the problem? If I want to make a 50 by 50, okay. I think there's a better way to do this, and that is offset, isn't it? And I start what's the problem here? What if I want an offset? Like select bounding edges, that's it, and I want to make an offset by 50 millimeters. Wow, this looks good. This looks good. So I can have now a circle for a screw, a radius of I don't know, like 15 maybe. Wait, let's imagine a screw here. $15. No, not connected faces. Connected edges. Ooh, that was not. How do I undo? Okay, I guess there is no easy way to do this. What's select? Damn! What's the shortcut for this thing? Suddenly I had a tool which was different than this. It's not S. Okay, so what about this? If I just pull this. Pull. That's not pull. This is not pull either. Not pull either. Where is pull? Damn, where is my pull? Goodness. I don't believe it. It's gone. It's gone forever and ever. Oh, this is pull. Okay. That's what I want. Okay. Yeah, suppose this would be a screw. That's fine. So if I select this as a surface though, So okay, we've got these guys selected. And now if we would, wow, that was cruel. So much effort selecting these things and then it's gone with a single click. So what if I select them? And yeah. It doesn't even want to make them flush. How would you make them flush, damn it? You'd probably make them as a group, right? And then select bounding edges. Bounding edges. Damn it! How am I supposed to make them, pull them together? Oh, this is good. Okay, Google has a solution for that. Good, good. Then I'll do this thing like right here. And I'll pull this to this. I'll pull this to this, and I'll pull this to this. Okay, so that would be screws. And if I now select connected faces or all connected, and I would now put it down, not pull but move. How do you move the damn thing? Why do these tools have to be nested in each other? Yeah. Yeah, this looks all right. So I would have some nuts on this thing to have it really tight there. Not sure it would be enough then. It might not be enough because this this piece of wood might bend, and let's suppose I have a thing here and a thing here. Those in the middle wouldn't be really held tight. So maybe this is not the best idea. How to keep these things in place. It almost certainly is not the best idea. Well. Yeah, this would be a better idea if I would have it like this. Then I could use some carpenter's clamps to keep this thing in really tightly. Tightly squeezing these. Yeah, and from here I would from this side I would probably use some clamps. Otherwise I don't know how I should keep the sticks in the middle really be pressed on. Blender is better than SketchUp. I bet it is, but does it come for free? That's the crucial question, you know. I know that SketchUp may be like using Paint instead of using Photoshop. But SketchUp is free. Okay. Yeah, I guess this is going to be it for today. So next time we will try to fix this axle. And the worst thing still we have ahead of us is to make the transmission for this axle, because we have a fast rotating motor and we need a slower rotating axle, so we need to figure out the translation ratio, what wheels or what cogs to use, where to place them to achieve this, the translation, the rotating speed of the axle we want. That'll be, I can't imagine how to do that, but somehow I will do it. So let's save this. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll continue this next time after some recreational Dwarf Fortress sessions. Have a good night.